Hong Kong has that kind of textural quality, this kind of old worldly quality with the shutters, the type of food they sell, the type of produce, and also even the way they do the shop interior. It's just glass jars. There's nothing modern about it. It's like, I feel it's almost like a time capsule. I think if you would have taken these photos in the 1970s, then they would look exactly the same. In general, it feels very timeless, and that's kind of what I look for in the shots most of the time. In a way, what I want to show is that Hong Kong is perceived by the outside world, and maybe also by some of the people who live here, of course, it's a very modern metropolis. It's got an amazing skyline, and it's got a bright lights, and it's very futuristic. But there is also an old world that still remains to be here. So there is a change that's happening. It's not super rapid, but we see it in this neighborhood where I think since I started shooting in 2015-16, maybe 30-40% of those shops are gone. I think the cat is in a way a metaphor for this old world, because as soon as a shop gets rebuilt and replaced with a nice clean concrete and glass building, there is no more need for a cat, because the whole reason the cats are there is to keep the mice away. And culturally, I never really knew that the Chinese love the cat so much. I saw that as an interesting story to feature. Well, I love cats anyway. I've always lived with cats. At the moment we have 3 cats at home in Amsterdam. I love them as animals. They're unpredictable, they're actually funny, and they're very beautiful. They're still very much in a way, they're true to their nature. They're still predators in a way. They will hunt for things, they'll play. This was immediately after I arrived. So I lived here in the mid-90s, 95 to 98. I was here when the handover happened. And then I moved away for a long time. I came back end of 2015. And then immediately my first week here, because I moved close to this, was just coincidence. I noticed the cats on the counter, and then I took a photo, and then I noticed another one, and I took a photo, and then I thought like, hey, this could be an interesting subject for a next book. Then I started looking for it more, brought my real camera out instead of the iPhone, and there were loads of cats. So I think most of the first book was all shot in 2016, in 1 year. At the end of 2016 I released the first book, exactly 1 year after finding the first cat. Yeah. I was a designer for a long time, also running my own business in design. And at one point I wanted some outlet to do something with visual arts. I didn't know what yet, but photography seemed to be a logical step to express myself with. And the Residue was indeed the first series that brought me to kind of art galleries and art fairs. And the fact that I'm a graphic designer helps me a lot in that. To begin with, when you design, you work with similar type of problem solving in a way, composition, hierarchy, rhythm, color. Like as a photographer, you need to be patient. And what I found with this particular subject is 2 things: returning to the same place a lot. And if you see something that is not yet interesting, but there is a cat involved in the background and it could happen, wait for a while. And my habit is like, if I see something, I quickly take a first shot, so at least I have it. Because it changes at any time. The cat can come to me and then my shot is gone, or he can leave and sit in a box or something. But sometimes when you wait long enough and you take more shots, you get a special situation arising, and that sometimes things just line up. There's a black cat that I photographed in Sam Shui Po, and there was a market where they were selling all the cable ties for all the bamboo scaffolding, all black. And while I was kind of waiting for a brown cat that I saw around there to wake up because he was sleeping, I thought maybe I'll hang around for a little bit. Maybe he sits up later, I can take a shot. Then a beautiful black cat came from the back of the shop and then jumped on top of the cable ties. And then I took a shot of him, and that was just blended into the background so well. That was like really lucky. That's one of my kind of most kind of treasured images in a way. Great to be in Hong Kong again, always be coming back. Yeah, I'm very comfortable here. It feels like I'm a fish in the water, and I still recognize places, and it's still nice to see people recognize me, the shop owners, and yeah, there's always immediately this jolt of inspiration when I'm in Hong Kong.